what inspires you to make your voice heard, to share, raise your voice on an issue like voting, and to find your voice on this important issue?
Thankfully, my parents have always instilled in me that my voice matters from the beginning. And so thankfully I didn't have to kind of combat like, oh, do I want to vote? Do I not? It's always been like, you need to say something. You believe in something, you got to say it. And also it's like the sacrifices that everybody has made up until this point, our ancestors, all the work that they've done to get us here, it would be, what's the word I'm looking for? It almost disrespectful to not take the advantage. And they did so much hard work. How could we not do something, I don't want to say as simple as voting, but like I'm not trying to
No,
that's the best way I can articulate it. And thankfully my parents have always told me like, you have to make sure that you speak about what you believe in, and even if it's something that people don't agree with, whatever's in your heart, you have to make sure that it's known. And to not say something, to not vote, to not do your part that ain't right.
No, thank you so much. I have one more question for, the time permitting, for this incredible panel. I will also say, maybe this is a sign that I need to go red, because this amazing redheaded panel, I absolutely adore. So, one of the things, we talked about some of the issues that motivate us all, and you think about what is on the ballot this year. Abortion's on the ballot, reproductive rights more broadly. We know that climate change is on the ballot, that our ability to care for ourselves and our families and to be able to afford what we need to do so, and issues of the economy, violence, gun violence, all of that is on the ballot this year. Sometimes that weight can feel overwhelming and it can feel disheartening. So my question to each of you is, what gets you motivated to keep going, to keep fighting, and to keep pushing? And what keeps you motivated to make sure that you're raising your voice, you're exercising your power in this moment? Nicole, I'll start with you and we'll just go right down the line.
Okay, listen, I never struggle for lack of motivation. My grandmother, Arlena Tillman, was born in 1924 on a sharecropping farm in apartheid Mississippi. She could not vote. She could not give birth in the public county hospital because Black women were not allowed to give birth in that hospital. So to me, I have a duty, I have a debt to repay to my direct ancestors and my collective ancestors. And as you said, everything our ancestors went through, it is easy. What we're being called to do, it doesn't mean it's not hard, it doesn't mean there's not a struggle, it doesn't mean you don't have your down days, but what we're being called to do is to protect the rights that our ancestors fought and died for us to have. And trust me, y'all, listen, these folks are not playing out here. They have a strategy for all of our lives. We can either be bystanders or we can be resistors, but we have a choice. So take your moment. Sometimes you have to have a day, you have to take a pause, you have to say, I'm hard, I'm struggling right now, but the next day we all are obligated to get out there and fight, because they're coming for us, they're coming for our children, they're coming for the women in our community, they're coming for the men in our community. They are trying to take away the rights that our ancestors died for. So we should never lack for motivation. I never do.